This is a book that me and my brother Eli are making, and soon there will be a movie. Chapter 2. Enlisted. He continued on, rampaging through the lifeless streets when, in front of him, the man who killed his friend. Dante held the shotgun up, directly aiming at the man. He blinked. Blair was shaking all over. He looked down at his hands, trying to get a steady grip. As he looked up, the man was gone. Dante began searching the streets. Could he have run away? He thought. He did. Dante was desperate to get back for what he did. He didn't even care if it was a random guy. He wanted to kill. He wanted to kill the people who killed people. He didn't want to kill civilians, just murderers and mafia bosses. He ran back to his house, but it wasn't a house anymore. It was a pile of debris. Blair didn't realise it, but he had lost everything. Not just a friend, everything. His house, his car, the list goes on and on. Dante was sick to his stomach. He has nowhere to go. Unless. Dante knew it was bad to do to a random civilian, but it was his only choice. He stole a car and drove away. He needed to find a job first of all, restart his life. A while later he found one. Sure, it was small, but he needed it. It was plumbing. Sure, he didn't have much skills, but he was desperate, so he applied. He was driving to the interview. He was a bit nervous. What if they know that I've killed people, he thought. He arrived and was welcomed in. He stepped into the room of the interview and the interview carried out.
So you're here to be a plumber, eh?
Said the interviewer. Yes, Dante replied.
Well, I have a different opportunity,
the boss said. What?
Yes. You see the guy behind you?
He pointed to a skinny man behind Dante. Yeah, Dante replied.
Well, he was there when your town was shot up. He saw you kill the two people. He lost everything, just like you. He came here afterwards and told me about you. I prayed that you'd come here.
Excuse me, but what does this have to do with plumbing? Dante asked, confused.
Well, I give out two jobs. One is plumbing, and depending on what I know about the person's skills, Hitman.
Dante was shocked. It's exactly what he needed. A chance to get back at murderers. Hold on. What kind of people will I be assassinating? Dante asked.
Well, mafia bosses, assassins, murderers, all that jazz.
The man replied. What if police catch on? It took the man a while to answer that.
Well, technically it's all for a good cause. Really, we are helping them out by killing killers.
He didn't really answer Dante's question, but Dante knew what he had to say. It's a yes. I'm in. Well, with those words, it was real. Having another chance to get back at the world for what it's done for him.
Absolutely excellent. Training starts in tomorrow. Is that okay with you?
The man said. Yes. Dante began to leave when he remembered something. But then again, there is one thing.
Go on.
The guy said. Well, in the shootout, I lost my home, and I've been living in a car for almost a week. Dante replied.
Ah. I have a solution. You can stay at my house for 1.5 days. Once training starts, you will have to leave. Deal?
The man asked. Deal. Dante began to leave, but he turned around to the enlister. I never got your name.
My name's Tommy. Tommy Urso.
The guy replied. Tommy drove Dante to his house. Tommy didn't really say much in the car journey.
So what brought you here to the plumbing agency?
Tommy asked. Well, there wasn't really any other jobs, and I thought maybe being a plumber could be quite fun, Blair replied.
Ah, not my type of fun.
Around 5 minutes later, they arrived at the house. Wow, it was pure luxury.
Make yourself at home. Choose any of our four spare bedrooms, or with private bathrooms, TVs, little tiny kitchens, and so on. My butler will give you a show of each. Oh, and did I mention that we have private baths and showers? 2 to choose. Wow. Anyways, I have some Lego to build. Will you excuse me?
Dante finally chose his room, and wow, it was amazing. 2 days in here for free. It was brilliant. He put the television on and changed channels to news. As he got changed into new clothes after a week of wearing the same ones, he heard the news talk about the mass shooting. Now, next story up is of a mass shooting in Rickeldon. This shooting has led to broken buildings, destroyed shops, wrecked cars, and quite a large handful of deaths. The official death toll was 37 dead, 21 people missing, 19 injured, 20 people left without homes. Police have found 2 of the shooters dead, and there was apparently, according to witnesses, around 4 shooters. People have claimed to see someone kill both of the dead ones. However, they did not see his face. There will be more news on this attack tomorrow. Now, next story, which will be interesting for football fans, in today's match, Dante was shocked that it was on the news. Thank God it didn't mention his name, or his Hitman cover would be gone. After he was changed, he went downstairs. Interesting. Tommy was building Lego Yavin 4. He had that set before his house blew up. He checked the time on his phone that he recovered from the wreckage. It was very cracked, but still worked. The time said 22:37. Wow, the time had passed. He needed to get to bed if he wanted to be well up for the training tomorrow. He went to bed and knew what he had to do in the house tomorrow. He woke up. He checked the time. 7:22. It was pretty early, but that didn't matter. He got changed, but not into clothes, into swimming shorts. He didn't realise until late last night that he had a massive swimming pool. He went downstairs, out to the door, and onto the diving board. He dived in. It was amazing to go back into a pool after 15 years. He saw Tommy on the balcony.
Enjoying the pool, eh?
Asked Urso. Yeah, answered Blair. He went out of the pool, and, oh my days, he was as wrinkly as an 80-year-old granny. He went to his phone. 9:36. What? How? He thought. He went back in the pool and shouted to Tommy, "Hey, time how long I can stay underwater."
Okay.
Tommy shouted back. He went under the water. He saw Tommy above, counting with his swimming goggles. Around 10 minutes later, or so it felt like, he came up. "How long did I do?" he shouted.
7 seconds.
What in the name of hell? He was in there for ages. Well, it didn't matter. He only had a few hours on his hands to be here. He left the pool, grabbed his phones, went inside and got changed. After, he asked how long until the training was.
3 hours and 22 minutes.
Replied Tommy. Dante went into the living room and put on his favourite movie, Star Wars Rogue One. It had been years since he watched it. After he watched it, there was about an hour until training started. He didn't know how to spend his time. Wait, he knew. He sat on his bed and played something he hasn't played for many years. Star Wars Battlefront, a classic game. He played 3 matches on Skirmish. He did Endor, Hoth Outpost Beta, and Tatooine. He checked the time, 12:57. It was time for training in 3 minutes. He went downstairs and looked for Tommy. The house was like a maze. Finally, he found him after 2 minutes.
Ready?
Asked Urso. Yep. They arrived at the training course. He looked at it. It was a big base. How was this place meant to be for training? Dante asked.
It is an abandoned base from the enemy that we got a while back. This is the main part of your training. If you look to the right side of it, then you can see the first part of your training. Climbing, crawling, all that jazz. A bit like the military do. But you're not wearing like 65 tons, eh?
Tommy answered. He took him to the first part of training.
Righto, you need to balance on those logs to reach the next stage. I'll be throwing objects as you try and make your way across.
Okay, I'm ready, Dante said. He put one foot onto the thin log. It looked like one of those balancing beams he used in school PE once. He was good at this. He looked to his right. The guy threw a teddy at him. One of the ones with the plastic eyes. Dante quickly moved through, going fast whilst teddies were chucked at him.
Never gets old. Right, this next obstacle, you have to climb over this high fence.
Dante ran to it. He didn't slow down, and when he reached the fence, went faster. Since he ran, he was able to gain enough speed to get so high on the fence that he could reach the top. He grabbed one hand on the fence's top, and then the other. He used most of his body strength and got up the fence with ease.
Wow, impressive. Now stage 3. In this program section, you must lay down and crawl under barbed wire.
Tommy explained. Okay, Dante said. He lay down on the muddy floor and started to crawl. His hands did most of the work. He got through the long barbed wire cover with ease in a minute.
Amazing. Now stage 4, hurdles. You must jump over these wooden poles. They get progressively harder. Go!
Tommy said. Blair got into a start position and ran. He jumped over the first one with ease. The second was quite high, but jumped over. He did the third one easily, but the fourth was high. He barely jumped over. The fifth was super high. He ran as fast as he could. His feet took off the ground and he did it. The fifth was the second to last one, but he didn't dare do the last.
That was the second furthest an agent has gotten. That was amazing, but now the final stage. Stage 5, target practice. Something I know you're familiar with. I'm going to give you a random firearm from the spin the wheel app. Whatever it lands on, you have to shoot these 5 targets. Practice humans with. Right, let's go.
He pressed a button on the phone and the wheel went.
The classic AK-47. Here you go. Shoot these 5 targets.
Okay, let's do this. He aimed the gun as steadily as he could. He hit the closest one on the right, where the nose would be. He hit the third closest right in the thigh, just like the second guy he killed. The second closest broke into 2. The fifth closest's head fell off. The fourth closest was shot where the intestines would be.
That is some of the best shooting I ever seen. You are definitely ready for the last bit of training, which is Program 2. Hunt and shoot the target.
He took him into the abandoned base. They went into a room with glass showing a massive arena.
Okay, so in this you will be equipped with an airsoft gun and an airsoft knife. And when you kill one of the people, the person you killed will fall down and can't say anything. Now you must kill the guy with the red tag. There are many people in there. Everyone in there has an airsoft gun. If you are shot, then report back to me. To make this more realistic, I haven't told them when you are coming in.
So told Dante. Wait, can't they see us in here? The place is glass. Surely they can see us, Dante asked.
This is tinted one-way glass, which is soundproof. I can assure you they don't know.
Okay, I'm ready. He snuck downstairs, making sure they can't hear. He quietly opened the doors. There was a guard. He quietly stabbed him in the neck. The guy ragdolled down onto the floor. He was in. He opened the next door to another room. He saw 2 dudes in there. He shot them both quick. Luckily, his gun had a silencer. There was a door at the side. He heard guards talking. Man, I wonder when he's here. Me too. Dante snuck in there when they both had their backs turned. He stabbed them both and hid their bodies behind plant decorations. He opened the next doors. At the side of the next room, there was glass, and he saw the guy he had to kill through the glass. He saw the red tag and knew that was him. But he realised he had to get through 3 rooms to get to him. There was just one guard in the room he was in. He figured out he could grab his arms, pin him against the wall, and interrogate him, and maybe get some extra points. After a short interrogation, he stabbed him. He ran over to the next doors. There was 2 guards. He shot both as quick as he could. He went to the next room. There was 5. He stepped in, stabbed one. One saw him and started shooting. He stabbed him and shot the rest. One of the bullets was around 15 millimeters away from him. He opened the doors to the room with the target. He shot the target first and then went in there. He had a massive gunfight. And somehow, no one knows how, he won a 4v1. All the soldiers got back up. Tommy came in and said,
Well done, my boy. That was the best play I have ever seen. You've easily made it through training. Now come back with me. You are going to be told your first mission, which will commence tomorrow. And from the play there, I'm extending your time to live in my house. Now come on back, my friend. You've done amazing.
Next chapter, Chapter 3, Eliminate Frederick Franklin. Coming soon.